Hello?
Is that you, Mike?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I couldn't hear nothing there for a minute.
Okay, I'd like to call the meeting to order. Resolved that the regular meeting commence at the hour of 7 p.m. And be it further resolved that Council acknowledges that we are meeting in the Robinson Superior Treaty area on lands that have been traditionally used by several Indigenous nations, but we would like to pay special recognition to our closest Indigenous neighbors, the community of Bigdagon, Nishnabik, and Pic-Mobert First Nation. We wish to recognize the long history of First Nation and Métis people in our region, specifically, and show respect to them today.
When you read the resolution, announce the number in the second.
Oh, yes, sorry.
For recorded vote, Councillor Arola,
Yes.
Councillor Hudson,
Yes.
Councillor Scapanello,
Yes.
Acting Mayor Moffat.
Yes. Okay. So moved by Councillor Hudson and second by Councillor Arola. Resolved that the agenda be approved as amended. All in favor? Or
Oh,
no?
sorry, additions or deletions to the agenda?
Sorry.
Okay.
Going to go to number 2, additions and deletions to the agenda. There is one.
One addition to the agenda, item 1302, being a bylaw to adopt a public feedback policy.
Okay. Disclosure, is there any disclosure of pecuniary interest or general nature thereof? Seeing none. And then we will move to the approval of the agenda. So moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Arola. Resolved that the agenda be approved as amended. All in favor?
Councillor Arola,
Yes.
Councillor Hudson,
Yes.
Councillor Scapanello,
Yes.
Acting Mayor Moffat.
Yes. I don't see any delegations or presentations tonight. We'll move on to adopting of the minutes. Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Arola. Resolved that the minutes of the special meeting held on May 19th, 2021 are adopted as circulated. All in favor?
Councillor Arola,
Yes.
Councillor Hudson,
Yes.
Councillor Scapanello,
Yes.
Acting Mayor Moffat.
Yes. Moved by Councillor Arola, seconded by Councillor Hudson. Resolved that the minutes of the regular meeting held on May 26, 2021 are adopted as circulated. All in favor?
Councillor Arola,
Yes.
Councillor Hudson,
Yes.
Councillor Scapanello,
Yes.
Acting Mayor Moffat.
Yes. Okay, moved by Councillor Arola, seconded by Councillor Hudson. Resolved that the minutes of the meeting of the Thunder Bay Board of Health held April 21st, 2021 be accepted as received.
Councillor Arola,
Yes.
Councillor Hudson,
Yes.
Councillor Scapanello,
Yes.
Acting Mayor Moffat.
Yes. Okay. Okay, is this still under adoption of the minutes here, right? These ones here?
Yes.
Or is that on to the next?
That's under reports and committees, minutes
Okay,
and meetings for
sorry.
Thunder Bay.
Okay, so that's done. We have no petitions, no correspondence. Okay, so Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Arola. Resolved that the minutes of the meeting of the Thunder Bay District Social Services Administration Board held April 15th, 2021, regular, and April 15th, 2021, closed, be accepted as received. All in favor?
Councillor Arola?
Yes.
Councillor Hudson?
Yes.
Councillor Scapanello?
Yes.
Acting Mayor Moffat?
Yes. Okay. Okay. Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Arola. Resolved that the annual Integrity Commissioner report from Expertise for Municipalities Nonprofit Association, known as E4M, for the period of March 1st, 2019 to December 31st, 2020, be accepted as received. All in favor?
Councillor Arola?
Yes.
Councillor Hudson?
Yes.
Councillor Scapanello?
Yes.
Acting Mayor Moffat?
Yes. Okay, so now we will go to the verbal update by the CAO.
Thank you, through you, Mr. Chair. We've been notified today that there will be a vaccine clinic on June the 17th. It'll be our largest one so far, with 400 vaccinations to be delivered. So it'll run from about 9 a.m. right through to 6 p.m. So it'll be targeting youth as well as individuals for their second doses. We've been very busy at the rec center planning summer events, and right now the flowers have arrived for the flower bed program, and those are being distributed to the volunteer groups that step forward to manage the flower beds this year. We also have a community participation challenge going on, so if you haven't registered yet, feel free to do so. We're actually in the top 10 of the communities per capita for participation, which is very exciting for Manitowoc.
And how is the easiest way to enroll?
So you can go online to the participation website, register through there, and then download the app on your phone, which will track your steps. So it's really easy to use.
Perfect.
This year we're also going to introduce a garden tour and contest. So a community resident has generously donated 5 prizes towards that. So we'll be advertising that in the next week, and people can plan and prepare their gardens to win the prizes. We're in the process of preparing the pool to operate in anticipation that in July the province will lift the restrictions and allow for the operation of pools. And so far that is going well. We have 4 great staff hired on at the clubhouse, and as a result we'll be able to extend our hours of operation from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and hope that we have a great summer golfing season. And the last thing is, last fall we put out an art contest for the residents to participate and submit their works of art, and the winning submissions would have their art printed on a 4x8 sheet aluminum from the printers, and then installed on the exterior of the rec center. So we'll start with the wall that's facing the skateboard park, and in another round of submissions later this summer, we'll continue around the building and to the front entrance. But the first works of art will be revealed to the public on June the 20th, which is the first day of summer and also Father's Day. So there will be 5 pieces of art revealed to the public then, and we'll post times of that, and if we can have more than 10 people participate and attend, that would be great, but otherwise we'll do a live stream on Facebook so that everyone can see it. And I encourage you all to get out and view the artwork and read the stories that go along with that.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Time to be announced.
Time to be announced, yes.
Okay, so now under business, administration report, ADM 2021-18, submitted by Florence. CAO regarding the public feedback policy.
Thank you, through you, Mr. Chair. This is a recommendation from E4M, our Integrity Commissioner, that we have a policy established that guides both positive and negative feedback received by the public, and it also outlines the process on how staff will respond to the feedback. Of course, positive feedback will be shared with the employee and placed in the employee's file. Negative feedback will be shared with the department head immediately supervising the employee, and the policy outlines the timelines in terms of addressing the concerns that have been brought forward. And if the issue is not resolved within a reasonable time frame, then the matter moves to the CAO to become involved in that. So hopefully this will assist the public and assist staff with better managing negative feedback and also celebrating positive feedback that we receive from the public.
Any questions? Okay, moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Arola. Resolved that Council is in receipt of administration report admin 2021-18 submitted by Florence McLean, CAO, regarding the public feedback policy, and be it further resolved that upon conclusion of Council's review and consideration, Council approves the public feedback policy. And further, that Council directs staff to immediately implement the policy and post it to the municipal website for public information. All in favor?
Councillor Arola,
Yes.
Councillor Hudson,
Yes.
Councillor Scapanello,
Yes.
Acting Mayor Moffat.
Yes. Okay, next administration report, admin 2021-19, submitted by Florence McLean, CAO, regarding the personnel policies dated June 9th, 2021.
Thank you. Through you, Mr. Chair. The next round of personnel policies coming forward, there's 3 of them, and the first one is council and staff communications. So this is an updated policy from the one we have existing, which is policy 2019-03. This policy guides council on how to request information from staff, but also opens up the lines of communication for council to be able to approach department heads and ask questions directly, particularly when reports are coming forward and council has more questions. So that was the first one. The second one is political activity, and knowing that we're moving into elections provincially, federally, and municipally, this is just a quick policy guiding staff that if they have interest in helping a candidate, that they should not do that on municipal time or with municipal resources. And if they want to become a candidate themselves, that we've provided various acts that they should be governed by in terms of putting their name forward. The last policy is employee appointments to council boards, committees, and commissions. And we do encourage staff to become more involved in the operations of the municipality, and particularly its committees. The only requirement is that if a particular staff member is applying to be on a board where the decisions of that board would directly impact their employment and the tasks that they do in that employment, that is discouraged, that they should be participating in a committee that doesn't have doesn't cause a conflict of interest. That was the last one.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? No. Okay, moved by Councillor Arola, seconded by Councillor Hudson. Resolved that Council is in receipt of administration report admin 2021-19 submitted by Florence McLean, CAO, regarding personnel policies, and be it further resolved that upon conclusion of Council's review and consideration, Council approves personnel policy 2021-33, Council staff communication policy, and further that Council approve personnel policy number 2021-34, political activity policy, and further that Council approve personnel policy 2021-50, employee appointment to council boards, committees, and commissions, and further that council repels policy 2019-03, being a policy to guide council staff relations. All in favor?
Councillor Arola,
Yes.
Councillor Hudson,
Yes.
Councillor Scapanello,
Yes.
Acting Mayor Moffat.
Yes. Okay. Next is administration report TR 2021-10 submitted by Chris Towns, Treasurer, regarding request for a lease of an additional trailer dock for personal storage dated June 4th, 2021.
Thank you. Through the Chair, Administration has received a report to lease an additional lot beside 7 Beaver for personal storage. Our current execution of lease agreements, trailer park application bylaw 9421, does not have a clause for allowing the purchase or lease of adjacent lots. Past practice has been we would approve an addendum to the original lease agreement, and the addendum contains provisions that regulate the use of vacant land in compliance with our zoning bylaw, the Ontario Building Code, and the trailer lot agreement, which sets out specific conditions. So in consultation with Florence McLean, CAO, Owen Cranny, CBO, and Jolene Keogh, Clerk, Administration's recommendation is that Council approves the addendum to the lease agreement for the vacant lot at 7 Beaver, adjacent to 9 Beaver, and further that Council directs staff to update the current bylaw that authorizes the execution of lease agreements with tenants of the trailer park to allow for the lease agreement of vacant lots that are adjacent to tenanted properties, and to update as per all legislation as required.
Any
What
questions?
is it he's going to use it to
For storage, he's going to store a garage, a portable garage for personal storage. And approved by Owen Cranny or
It would be one of those
CBO.
tarp type sheds?
Correct.
Did you get that, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay. I have no issues.
No, I have no issues.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
So moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Arola. Resolved that council is in receipt of administration report TR 2021-10 submitted by Chris Towns, Treasurer, regarding request to lease of an additional trailer dock for personal storage. And be it further resolved that upon conclusion of council's review and consideration, council approves the addendum to the lease agreement for the vacant lot at 7 Beaver, adjacent to 9 Beaver Avenue, and further that council directs staff to update the current bylaw that authorizes the execution of lease agreements with tenants of the trailer park to allow for the lease of vacant lots that are adjacent to tenant properties, and to update all legislation as required. All in favor?
Councillor Arola,
Yes.
Councillor Hudson,
Yes.
Councillor Scapanello,
Yes.
Acting Mayor Moffat.
Yes.
McMoffat.
McMoffat.
Okay, next, bylaws. Being a bylaw to repeal bylaw 2019-08, being a bylaw to adopt a council staff relationship policy.
Through you, Mr. Chair, that was the administration report from 1201. So again, this is
Okay, just,
to repeal the bylaw that exists and reintroduce
Okay.
a new one.
okay, so being a bylaw to repeal bylaw 2019-08, which is being a bylaw to adopt a council staff relationship policy, be read a first and second time, and furthermore be read a third time and passed and numbered as bylaw number 2021-17. All in favor?
Councillor Arola,
Yes.
Councillor Hudson,
Yes.
Councillor Scapanello,
Yes.
Acting Mayor Moffat.
Yes. Okay, next bylaw. Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Arola, being a bylaw to adopt a public feedback policy, be read a first and second time, and furthermore be read a third time, passed and numbered as bylaw number 2021-18. All in favor?
Councillor Arola,
Yes.
Councillor Hudson,
Yes.
Councillor Scapinello,
Yes.
Acting Mayor Moffat.
Yes. Okay. And now, no motions and notice of motions. Move to closed session. Moved by Councillor Hudson, seconded by Councillor Arola, whereas Section 239-4 of the Municipal Act 2001, 2001-25 provides that before holding a meeting or part of a meeting that is to be closed to the public, a municipality or local board or committee of either of them shall state by resolution the fact of holding the closed meeting and the general nature of the matter to be considered at the closed meeting. Now, therefore, be it resolved that this meeting is hereby closed to the public as a subject matter being discussed falls under the following section, which is Section 239-2B, personal matters about an identifiable individual, including municipal or local board employees. Lease agreement. All in favor?
Councillor Arola,
Yes.
Councillor Hudson,
Yes.
Councillor Scapinello,
Yes.
Acting Mayor Moffat.
Yes.